What's good, YouTube? Easy now 1337 aka Snow here today with a commentary about Titanfall. The intro you just saw, the Project Titanfall, is an intro I asked to be made by Domino99 Designs. His link is in the video description. Make sure you can go and check him out and subscribe to him. I am unfortunately decided not to use that intro anymore. It was a series I had planned for Titanfall, but I'll tell you why now. The actual series was Project Titanfall. I was going to make the game last as long as possible and set myself a challenge to upload one Titanfall video every day for an entire year. So that's 365 videos, one a day based on Titanfall. But then I started playing the full release game and I absolutely fell in love with it, and it was so enjoyable and made me so happy to play that I didn't want to turn it into YouTube grind, and I didn't want to turn it into, because YouTube is like poison when it comes to games. If you start making series based on games, you start to hate that game because YouTube is just demoralizing like that. So I didn't want to lose the love for Titanfall that I have. So I'm decided not to do that thing. I'll still upload Titanfall gameplays and Titanfall stuff, but it won't be for greed reasons. It'll just be because I love playing the game. So let's get into the commentary, and I'm going to be doing like an honest review of Titanfall, good points and bad points. So firstly, I absolutely love the game. It's amazing, fucking amazing. The only issues, there's only a couple of issues with it, but we'll do the good stuff first. So let's get into the good stuff. Right, so the actual idea of the game, the parkour, the wall running, the double jumping, the Titans, it's all new, it's all fresh, and it's all brilliant. They've done a really good job with the parkouring. Its fluidity and stuff is so bang on. Well, I wouldn't say complete bang on, but for the most part, it's pretty damn beast. It's so good because it could easily have been fucked up. It could easily have just been completely terrible. And it's second to none in any game that has parkour, in my opinion. And they've done a really good job with making it bearable and usable. Also the Titans. Now, when the game was first announced, I figured the Titans are just going to be fucking overpowered as shit. Like, ridiculously overpowered. But they actually balanced them pretty well. It gives you obviously gives you an advantage over players who haven't got a Titan out at the moment. But it's actually pretty easy to be taken down if you're playing against someone who knows what they're fucking doing in a Titan. Titan versus Titan is so much fun, and if you know what you're doing, you could take out 2 to 3 enemies pretty damn swiftly and easily. Me, I'm just a person who charges in, smacks people with rockets, tries to take as much shield off them as possible until I die, and then I blow up in a nuclear explosion and hopefully take some people out with me. That's the way I play. But if you play with intelligence in your brain and play defensively, sit back, pick off your shots, you can actually do a lot of damage in a Titan. And I do believe it adds some variety to a game that pretty much doesn't have any. The maps, the graphics, the sounds, the little animals that fly around, well, I say little, but they're fucking huge. It's all good things in the game. They're all perfect in my opinion. The grunts and the spectres, while they are complete and utter shit and just getting away, it does give you that feel of the game being fast paced. And with Titanfall, I always feel like I'm in the middle of a war. I feel like I'm in the game. I feel like I'm, you know, with the big footsteps of the Titans, when the controller shakes, you feel like you're in it. And that is pretty damn cool to immerse you into the actual universe that they're trying to create. And also another good thing is the burn cards. While some of them I feel are useless, like I do believe the double XP thing is useless, because whenever I activate that I die straight away and lose the burn card. And I guess that's the risk with burn cards, but I feel like I'm being ripped off sometimes because I'll put on an amped car SMG and then spawn and there'll be someone standing behind me who kills me, or jumps down from above and kills me, and then I've lost that burn card, and it's just like, oh well, that's fucking shit. But I do believe overall the burn cards are pretty damn cool because it's not giving people a massive advantage 24/7 like Assassin Pro or Commando Pro. It's while you're alive during that life. So it's a pretty cool idea. It's revolutionary, and it's like having perks for one life, and that's cool. I really like that, and I do like the fact that you can only activate one at a time. So they've done a real good job on that in my opinion. But let's get into the bad things now. The first bad thing is the wall running. Now, I was saying before how that's a positive, and it is, because they've done pretty damn good with it. But for me, whenever I try to... Well, not whenever I try to wall run. At the times where I need to wall run the most, it fucks up, and I'm doing everything the way it should be done. I mean, I've got skill in games, I know how to wall run. And it always seems to be at the times where I need to wall run the most to escape or to get to a place, it fucks up and it doesn't run properly. And that is really highly fucking irritating. But it's kind of like a moot point because I love the game so much. It's like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, I'll just respawn and play again. You know what I mean? That is the effect it has on me. So the wall running is a bad thing in my opinion. The next bad thing is the grunts and the spectres, because they are fucking useless, absolutely fucking useless, and they just get in the way. The amount of times where I've ran around the corner and there's 4 or 5 spectres and I'm just getting rid of them, kicking them or whatever, and then someone sneaks up on me and kills me, it's so fucking infuriating. I do believe they're necessary in the game, but I mean, you could make their AI just a little bit fucking better. Instead of turning the corner and seeing one of your guys fucking fighting one of the other guys where they're ducking under each other's punches, actually have them fucking kill each other. I mean, it would help so much. And then you get these burn cards where it's like, oh, you control everything in your section and all their kills and score counts towards yours. Well, they're not fucking getting anything. What's the point in that burn card? Because the fucking AI is terrible. It can't do anything. What else is bad about the game? The wait time between fucking rounds. My God, why the fuck is it so long? I don't understand. I can't understand why it's that long, because it's not like you've got much to do, like fucking loadouts and shit, because there's not much in the loadouts. I end up just looking at my stats every single round, and I know what my stats are because I look at them every single fucking between rounds, because it's such a long time. That really needs to be shortened to it. It's like 90 seconds at the moment. It needs to be shortened to about 40 seconds. Because it's way too fucking long. Or have it at 90 seconds, but when there's a full lobby, it cuts the time down to 30 seconds. You know what I mean? It's just so pointless and so boring, just sitting there like, oh. Because the games are so long anyway, like the 10, 11, 12 minutes, and then you have to wait another fucking minute and a half just to get into a new game. And I know that may seem petty, but I mean, I think we're just used to the quick time between rounds. But I mean, it's one of the things we all moan about, me and my friends, when we're playing. It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, just get into the game. So that's one fucking downfall that I hate about it. But the main thing about the game for me, and why it's bad, is there's a lack of variety, and the fact that it's only on Xbox and PC as well. But that's just for sales wise. But there's a lack of variety in the game. In my opinion, a lot of the guns that you use as a pilot are useless. I just don't like the single shot weapon. It's good for me because I like single shot weapons, but if you're shit with them, it's going to be a terrible gun and you're not going to have an advantage over anyone. There's only 3 guns in my opinion that most people will use, and that's the carbine, because the carbine's just fucking stupidly overpowered. The car SMG, because people like to run and gun, and the car SMG is a beast. And at a stretch, the Hemlock. I love the Hemlock, it's my favourite gun. I like to have it with a 5 burst, but I can understand why people wouldn't want to use it, because it can be inconsistent if you're not good with it. So there's only really two guns that everyone will use, and maybe a third. People like the SMG, the LMG, sorry. I don't particularly like it, so I'm not going to include it in my opinion. And the sniping on the game is horrible, in my opinion, absolutely fucking horrible. I got a hit marker with the 1-shot gun off someone's leg. I'm like, okay, well, if it's a 1 fucking hit gun, why is that person not dead? The Titan weapons, there's only really the quad rockets and the machine gun that people use, because the rest of the fucking weapons are shit. They really are. They don't do nothing at all. So the lack of variety in guns and weapons is terrible in my opinion, but it's a lack of variety for me in unlockables, because there's no like backgrounds or player cards or emblems, and I know that's a bit cheap to copy another game, but it is boring not being able to unlock things, not having a goal to aim for. Like, there's no KEM strike or Moab strike or nuclear strike. There's nothing to unlock. There's no camos. There's just nothing to unlock or do really. You unlock like your weapon attachments, but that's over quickly. Like, it's so easy to unlock the weapon attachments. So I do believe they should have, like, because they have free chassis at the moment for the Titans, why not in each chassis have 3 different skins? So you've got 3 different Titans. In each one have 3 different skins for that specific Titan, and then in those, after those skins, you can select the camo for your Titan or for your weapon, etc. Like it doesn't make sense to me that they wouldn't put that into the game to have something fun to unlock, something for people to achieve and do, because I do believe that people will get bored of the game, because it will just end up being, I'm the top prestige now and I'm just going to play the game over and over and over again, and people get bored, and you don't get anything for prestige in either, which is just mind-boggling to me. So I do believe they've dropped the ball on that part of the game. I mean, they could have made it so much more better. It kind of makes sense. And had things unlockable for people. So in my honest opinion, Titanfall is a enjoyable game, a really beast game at that, and something new and something fresh. But there's a lot of stuff missing from the game. Probably because it's their first full title as Respawn Entertainment, or their first full FPS title. I don't know if they've made any other games, but I would give it overall an 8.5 out of 10. Based on how enjoyable it is, but also the lack of unlockables and variety. So that's me done for today. Let me know what you think of Titanfall. Leave it in the comment section, all that good stuff. Peace out. Take care.